Hello and welcome everyone to today's videos. Today I want to talk about why Fontaine was the savior of Genshin Impact for a lot of people. And to be honest, I am one of those people because Fontaine really changed a lot of Genshin, especially in terms of exploration. I was excited for the swimming in Fontaine, of course, but we will be honest, we were all a little skeptical and worried a little bit. But when this thing dropped, it was such a big W. It was such a big W for the game because it is now one of the best aspects of the game for me. And let's be honest, I mean, most of the people most of the people get tired of the desert because oh my god, it was so exhausting to explore. And the biggest problem for me in Sumuro is the limited exploration to the side quest. You need to do the side quest to explore, and that's one of the worst aspects for Sumuro. It is so annoying that if you see this, yeah, I didn't explore any parts of the desert. I didn't explore any parts of the desert that required a side quest because I still didn't had time to do the Golden Slumber side quest, and everybody said that it's good, so I don't want to skip the dialogues. So yeah, every part of the desert is still unexplored. But if you just go to Fontaine, you will see me exploring even more than that place. Of course, I didn't explore all of it because I don't have the time to play a lot of Genshin, but compared to the desert, yeah, that's way more. So this compressed map of the Fontaine give you a little bit of Mossad, if I'm gonna be honest, and a little bit of Inazuma. For me, these are the places that I really love exploring. I didn't like even the Leeway as much. It was good. I mean, I had the time to explore a lot in the early game, so I wasn't exhausted then. But also Sumuro, I really loved Sumuro, so I didn't explore these places because they are also annoying to explore. But for the main three islands, I did explore all of them because it was 2.0 was like the best. Part to explore. It was really exciting, and I still want to do this side quest here because the same as Sumuro, I don't like exploring behind a side quest. And the people say that this quest also is good, so I don't want to skip it. I did the Aranara quest like 2 months. It took me 2 months to complete the Aranara quest with every single line of the dialogue reading. So yeah, that's a lot. So and it took a lot of my mentality. So yeah, it was a good quest. To be fair, it was a good quest, but capping most of the exploration behind those quests is annoying. Let's be honest. It is one of the worst aspects of Sumero. And what also Fontaine had and Sumero didn't for me, and I will say that Fontaine is the only nation to have a good Act 1 because most of the Act 1s in Genshin are like the worst thing to do, the worst thing to start. Mostly the people are excited to Act 2 because that's when the stuff starts to happen, but the Act 1 of the story of Genshin Fontaine was so good. Gave you straight up into the story, uh, directly meeting the Archon, meeting Lynette, going to the trial, trying to save everything. It was really straight to the point. It wasn't annoying to do. There wasn't a lot of dialogue with NPC you don't care about or you don't even know who they are. So that was such a good change, to be honest, for the game for me. That was such a good change having an action because as much as I love Sumuro, Act 1 wasn't good. As much as I loved Inazuma Final, even it wasn't logical. We all know, so the Inazuma wasn't logical as as a story, but it was really exciting. So I did like it, nevertheless, as not as much as people said that it is bad. Or I did like Tomorrow. I did like Inazuma better than the other parts. What the heck is this? I did like it more than the other parts of the story, Leeway and what is it? Mondstadt. So for me, yeah, it is better, but it wasn't until Sumuru that we start getting a really good stories in Genshin, and that was a good thing for the game. But it wasn't until Fontaine that we got the first good Act 1 for me, if I'm gonna be honest. Because yeah, I didn't like the Act 1 in Sumuru, and I didn't like the Act 1 in any of the other. Maybe Mondstadt was good because it was the beginning of the game and it was a good trial. Not the best, but it was a good trial. But the Fontaine Act 1, it was the change that really Genshin needed in the story. And another thing that is good that we got in Fontaine, at the very least until now, I hope it stay like this. I mean, we did get a 1 5-star character, which is really good, and another 2 4-star, the Priminette and Lynette, the brother and sister for Lenny. And to say the least, at least I am a little bit happy because the 2 of the characters are really good. So Lenny is very good, but I'm still saving for a character. I want until now I want Clorant and Furina, so I am saving for Furina. So and Razley or whatever his name is, I know he's in next patch, and I kind of dream of his gameplay and I really like it, so I am saving for him and for Furina. And I did get Lynette, and yeah, I did get Lynette's T6. I have her T6. And to say the least, these are really Lynette is a good character at CZ0. She is decent. You can work with her and new things, and she can swirl. She can do some work. But Lynette at C6 is a really decent character. She got the animal infusion. She's really a decent character that you can work with. I'm still building her, but she's really fun to play, and she has some good damage. Maybe even more than High Zogu, so she's a really good to see her like that. But that's not the case, sadly, for Fremine. So I really hope that we can get more characters like Lynette. We want a good character to use at C0, and even better character at C6. It is really disappointing to see a lot of characters like Mika, Layla, Tori, Candice, Cole. I really hope that we can see this. Also Kavi, and we see more of Yao Yao, because that was the only good character for starters if we get in Sumuru. So I really hope we can get more of these. And for swimming, as much as people don't like it, I do think it's very good. If I'm gonna be honest, I do think it's very good because it added something fresh to the game. As much we will okay, that was hard, man. Please calm down. Okay, as I said, it was something fresh to the game. We are tired of the same other thing to do. I mean, even Genshin is not a fighting game at this rate, because they won't add anything in the game. So at the very least, we got something very fresh and something that even people who hate water levels like in Genshin. So that was very nice, because I didn't like water levels in a lot of games, but the water level in Genshin is really cool. So that was a huge W for the game, if I'm gonna be honest, because they really did a good water level in Genshin that a lot of games didn't do successfully. So that's a huge W for the game. And as much as the W was in the swimming, it was also in the Art Conquest Act 2. As I said, Tomorrow hadn't had a good Act 1, but Fontaine did have a great Act 1. But also, Fontaine did have a very good Act 2. I do think, for me, I do prefer a little bit Sumuru's Act 2 because I didn't give a shit who was that person that we get, you know, who did kidnap the girls. I don't care about him. So for me, I still care more about Act 2 for Summer because even it was the first time we made the Archon and a lot of things, but it isn't to say that it is bad. It is the second best for me. Maybe the moment that we met Raiden is a little bit more exciting in Azuma, but overall I think it was better because after the mission Raiden in Azuma, not much happened overall in the arc. So overall it is the second best for me, and that says a lot. So I hope I hope we can get more of this, and I am really excited for the continuation for the story in the next update. I really hope that this story will elevate the story of Genshin to its sisters Honkai Impact or Honkai Star Rail. I really hope that it can have better story than what it had before Sumuro and get even elevation and a little bit sadder because the problems in Genshin just get solved, and I really want a little bit of problem because as someone said on Twitter and just read this, I mean not everything that people said on Twitter is true because most of it is bullshit, but I really agree with this because they say that the only characters that take that they redeem their action in the Hoyoverse are the Honkai Impact characters. The Star Rail and the Genshin characters do whatever they like, and they don't take risks. I mean anything for this other action. So I really hope that we can see even more of that taking responsibility for the action. Okay, Lineage is dead. But I really hope that we can see more of that because they really don't take responsibility for the action, just things solved, and I really hope that we can see more of that. Another W for Fontaine is Catherine is very near for the alchemist, so you don't need to go like I don't know how much kilometer in Sumuro to reach the other parts of the city to get the alchemist. So that's also a big win for Fontaine. And also the last point for me is the character building in Fontaine is also excellent. I won't say it's better than Sumuro, but I will say it is better than Sumuro Acts 1 and 2 because we get a lot of character building in these two acts for Furina, for Novelette, for Navia, for Lenny, Lynette. You can see a lot of character development there, and you can see the character. What is this character better than any story quest in this game, and a lot better than most of the Archon quests in the game. And that's it for all from this video. As I said, Fontaine was one of the best things that happened for me in Genshin since maybe Inazuma. I did get excited, of course, with Sumuro when it first get out for the story, but I will be honest, I didn't give a shit much about the exploration in Sumuro after one update. I mean, I did explore in the first update, but after that, no, I didn't explore much. But for Fontaine now, I'm really excited to explore more and see more of this world. Excited, of course, as much for the story, for the characters, I'm really excited to see the more character development like the other characters. So that's such a huge W. I mean, we still miss a lot on Genshin. I mean, Honkai, they did even more than the game. They give more and game content that Genshin give us in 3 years. I mean, the anniversary is the next month, and we didn't get much of end game content as Star Rail did in like 5 months. What's that? So, but I will say Genshin is progressing at the very least. I mean, it's too late, but at the very least, it's progression. So we are with them until they can give us something that's really good. And that's it for the video. If you like it, put a like and subscribe. See you in more videos.